Have quite the matchup here. LGD versus T1. This is going to be quite the showdown.
I'm trying to think back the last couple of years of TI where it has felt like there's been that clear of a favorite after the groups. I'm not sure if that was the case.
LGD was 1 year, but they didn't win.
Yeah.
Got third place, I believe. We're going to see a skewer here from Faith Beyond. Whitemon in quite a bit of trouble. I think he's resigned to his own death here, but Q might get right-clicked down by 23 Savage as well. Looks like it'll end up being likely a trade of sorts as Faith Beyond just needs a couple more right-clicks with that shockwave. So 1-for-1.
I would say it's pretty damn good. The one hero you pick it into that... Oh, hang on.
Yep.
Mid lane.
Dragon Form. Y in the vicinity. Swarm comes out as well, but a nice LSA. Carl has his ult, and nothing to say will drop as a result. And Y taking some right clicks as well, so double kill for Carl. Nice rotations from T1 overall. Jin Q gonna get caught by the Frostbite. This could be a triple kill for Carl. Indeed,
wow,
it
nice
is.
Move.
Talk about a bounce back for T1. I think I just talked about how different of a role that is, technically speaking. And oh, we're gonna see the stop it. To the Fiend's Grip. Cuckoo, very unlucky. And that's gonna be a kill going the way of Ame again.
3v1.
Yeah. That Centaur has some other agendas on the mind, no doubt. I mean, Dragon Knight's not really one of those heroes that's going to take up that much space farming, so that leaves Faith Beyond to get really big. There's the stun into the RP. Do they have enough damage to take out the Morphling? Yes, indeed they do. And T1
burning. Absolutely
getting crushed right now. 3K net worth lead. Nightmare. Do they have the vision? Yep. The time-lapse in place just for the HP, but double kill goes the way of Jin Q, and a tier 1 tower to fall as well. But
talk about getting value out of a rune. He got 3 kills set up with that invis plus the tower, ending the opening on him. So basically just a safe breaker there. And with superior vision right now in this area, Kuko's kind of potentially thinking about this. They will see the wall.
Oh! RP was canceled at the very least, but it's going to cost Faith Beyond his life. I don't know if that was just perfect timing or if that was actual reaction. Overwhelming odds comes out. Carl continuing to chase. Don't think they want to go high ground. A little bit too sketchy. Only a 25-second death timer, so not enough time to really go for Roche, but the smoke from T1 trying to wrap around. But you can see the position from PSG.LGD. There is the initiation. That's going to be the first duel victory for Cuckoo.
Biggest gold swing that T1 have had go their way in the entire game.
Yep, absolutely. As we're going to see Whitemon get picked off.
RP.
Oh, RP.
Nice press.
Okay. Well, that didn't result in much. And here's the duel onto the Dragon Knight. Buyback down from Whitemon, but it looks like the damage is going to go the way of the Dragon instead. It will be a trade of lives, though, as that is a dieback on the Whitemon. And we'll see if this is enough for PSG.LGD to try to go into the Roche pit.
This is looking like a potential PSG.LGD Roche. 5 seconds on Metamorphosis.
And they're smoking.
They have RP, and they do have a really good ward here. Oh,
yep. Carl gets Dragon Tail, but there's the press the attack save. 23 Savage able to blow up wide. Does have buyback, though. There's the skewer back into the Laguna Blade. They're not going to be able to get the kill, but it's going to be a trade either way. Magnus not able to get off his RP. Pretty big deal, but a big cookie from Jin Q. The follow-up from Nothing to Say. They will have enough damage to tear through him. 65 seconds of no Lina.
Into death.
Yeah.
They probably had
another Dragon Tail. The save is not enough, though. Press the attack. Usually a fail-safe. Not this time around. Just too much damage to work with on LGD's side. And that should finally mean Roche is conceded.
Going to go the way of Ame here. Form expiring about 2 seconds into the push, but they're just so confident.
Oh, he gets the Nightmare off. That's the Aether Lens. Look at that ridiculous range. Of course, has Fiend's Grip if they really need it, but it doesn't look like it'll come to be. Oh, press the attack. They're actually going to expend RP. This is a really important kill. Lina finally taken out. Does take quite a bit, but nice catch there by Y.
Yeah, that's a big pick on Carl and LGD. Just straight down mid.
And still a minute to burn.
They want to force the buyback, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, can't blame them.
All right, they get it.
Yeah, DK looks fine for now, but there's the duel. Can they save him? Carl pops the BKB, trying to create as much space on the sideline as possible. Laguna Blade blows up the Bane in the meantime. Eventually, Cuckoo does fall. It's a 2-for-2 with the buyback now onto Carl. And with that, PSG.LGD will back away. They find the horn toss onto Zephyr and get the time lapse off up to full HP again.
The repositioning can be easily enough to save you, especially agained Terrorblade. Oh, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Hello.
Showing here. Oh, the shard into the cookie. Goodbye. He talked about the power of Jin-Q shard.
I actually think they're going to give him the Zeal here.
Alright, yep, there it is.
All you need is to get in one attack when you're starting to struggle, and you're going to get all of that health back right in, and here we go.
And here we have meta popped again.
Oh, Carlos in precision.
Oh, the skewer back with the horn toss set up into the RP, but no! Press the attack waveform is enough to bait out the RP. And T1, see if they want to try to take advantage of this. I mean, they're going to have to if this continues to go in LGD's favor with this push. E-Blade onto Ami. You can see the jump in from nothing to say with an overwhelming blick being shown as Carl has to pop his BKB, and there is the duel. Do they have enough damage? With a Sunder from Ame, allowing the duel victory to go the way of nothing to say. He's just going to walk that one off, but 23 Savage can't walk that one off. That is just too much damage to withstand. And Carl jumps in. This is going to be the beginning of the end, I do believe, although 2 buybacks come out for T1. And the Metamorphosis is running out, but again, he has Demon Seal to work with. Bane's going to take a tumble. Whitemon drops in the deck as well, 1 for 1. Laguna Blade, Ame getting extremely low. That's just the Aegis, though. Carl completely out of mana. Nothing to say, is still alive throughout all of this, some way, somehow. Just going to play all the pressure to the racks here. This will be a dieback onto Carl.
On the
and it looks like that is going to be enough to GG out of game 1. And like we talked about, Cinder and T1 have looked really good after that first day of the group stage, but LGD are just on another level.
And also hitting these right timings, the Hand of Midas that you mentioned, once you hit that Shiva's refresher, this is when it becomes like extremely strong timing for T1.
Beautifully done. We saw this kind of work in slow motion, but we caught it officially. First blood goes the way of PSG.LGD, if they're cooked maybe. Carl, he's going to be spotted here, but he's going to get... That's not the hook stomp. No, that one was not worth, I don't think. The tower taking heavy damage, but here's the rotation from T1. Even 23 Savages come to play. Trying to take out Jin-Q. Looks like he'll survive.
Oh, meta.
On the other side, Ame with the meta. 23 Savage trying to TP out. Ain't going to happen. Oh, and this tower will fall one way or the other, but Cuckoo... looks like he wants to defend and try to get the deny with the Centaur, but he's going to take heavy damage if he gets any further. She's going to be given up.
And you can't really fault either of the teams for the other bans they're doing, right? There's just a lot of heroes that are really good, and there's a lot of...
You can't ban everything, but there's the Doom onto Ame, and the Finger of Death. Very nicely played from T1. Beautiful positioning.
Oh, he died.
I mean, Warcry is slightly different, I guess. All right, I have to think about this one. Don't tell me. We're going to have a 4-man smoke here from LGD. Carl is going to break it. Faith Beyond jumps in. Solar Guardian is coming, but you can see the immediate Doom into the Earth Splitter, though. Looks like they're going to be able to get the RP off as well. Faith Beyond drops to the deck. Finger of Death finishes off, nothing to say. And T1 showing up in spades here. Have a 3K net worth lead. Make it 2 as Jin-Q. Shockwave into the Centaur. Mana Drain to follow. And another, whoa, okay, Echo Stomp. Delays the inevitable, it seems. And that is a quick 3 kills for T1. Now, Y on the run.
And Terrorblade, in many ways, is probably one of the best transformation heroes to have it on because of how much he still does with his second life. He has Reflection, he has the Sunder, the Conjure images as well.
Late game, when you get Ags, he gets basically 2 seconds of meta anyway, as
Death Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, super dead. Just see, that's a position 5.
Yeah. Expect to see Zephyr sitting up here a lot of the time, just pushing out this lane. If he gets ganked by 3 heroes, it's okay, you know, whatever. But actually, do have the smoke coming in here. They want to try to see if they can get a jump on Faith Beyond, but he seems very aware. Oh,
Carl whips himself, trying to find Faith Beyond in the trees. Enchant Totem. Blink Dagger's not up from their 6 seconds, but it looks like he has used successfully. In the meantime, they will find a pickoff onto Jin-Q instead.
Yeah. Knows there's a ward there now, of course, being caught in the trees, but what a great play from Faith Beyond to stand there in that tree line and get out. The one escape he had, and he found it.
30 seconds on the Aegis, so we're going to see Solar Guardian with the whip. Doom. Cuckoo in the vicinity, gets the Shockwave, and this is going to be an easy kill for T1 again. Nothing to say, just ticks away there.
Like now you can just lose Roche in 30 seconds. You won't have one of your cores effectively.
Yeah, Carl wants to jump in. He does so. Gets fissured immediately into the angle side, but there's a Solar Guardian. Will he live? Finally, the right clicks will be enough to take him out, but the RP onto 3 heroes into the skewer. 23 Savage is going ham here, but finally the Sunder comes out from Ame as 23 Savage forced to TP out, but no, the BKB ends and he gets canceled. The right clicks are there along with nothing to say. With that Spirit Siphon, 23 Savage trying to hold his ground, but eventually these right clicks will be too much as Ame just continuing to pound upon him, but nothing to say is the one taking most of the damage from Medusa. One more right click will do it. He dies along with the double kill from 23 Savage, the buyback onto the Elder Titan. Ame getting extremely low, finally dropped to the deck. As this is a complete disaster for both teams. Everybody's dying. Finally Zephyr TPing out. Will be successful. It feels like everybody died. 7 deaths for
My
PSG.LGD.
favorite kind of fight. Nobody won.
Goodness.
For comparison, Ame is level 20 on the Terrorblade, and that's usually just how it goes. A lot of the gold that Terrorblade gets has 0 experience with it because of the nature of how he farms. Solar Guardian.
Earth Splitter was used. Solar Guardian actually canceled. No, sorry, that's the Aghanim Scepter. He actually kept it the entire time. Now Faith Beyond taking the brunt of the damage here as Cuckoo gets to skewer off. Why? With the Force Staff, here the Exorcism go off as well. Faith Beyond with a nice, beautiful fissure into the Echo Slam. They're going to blow up the Doom. Nothing to say, trying to maneuver himself around that fissure as Cuckoo pops a BKB into the skewer. TP attempt will be successful at getting out.
Zephyr's in trouble.
He is completely surrounded, gets off the Starbreaker, but dies shortly after.
Main things he wants actually are from Roshan at this point, and maybe a better neutral item. Skewer.
Cuckoo. Oh, that's a really long skewer. That talent is insane. Finger of Death. And nothing to say.
Kill.
Another death to his name. Third Roche is up. So, Echo Slam. This is for a Dawnbreaker. Fissure to follow. He's actually going to heal himself and be fine. Carl has come in with that Doom as well. This time they will find the kill. The pump fakes galore.
Keep in mind, Y as well has the Force Staff. We usually see the defensive use, but the offensive use in a game like this is really powerful.
Was Echo Slam just used? But that's the beauty, you talked about this earlier, that's the beauty of having somebody like Dawnbreaker. You can TP up there, no problem, and just use your ult to get back in the fight if you need to.
Yeah, it's doing T1 a lot of good right now, having a global hero, that's for sure.
Oh, the jump in again, nothing to say, gets doomed, but the fissure blocks them off a bit. Cuckoo expends an RP, and nothing to say, just completely surrounded and will be brought down here. They do lose Lion though, so 1 for 1.
Yo, Savage is in the middle of nowhere here. Could be good, could be bad.
And right clicks from 23 Savage coming. He's doing a lot of damage, but the fissure continues to block him off.
Could be nothing.
Great tool against the siege tank. Silver Edge.
Wow.
Yep, strong stuff, I know. Oh, Zephyr is going to be spotted out. That's the Demon Zeal popped. They're going to be able to take out Dawnbreaker in quick succession here. Carl looking to potentially go in. Pops the BKB. Nothing to say, does the same. Doom actually applied to Ame, but he's already at meta form. I think they'd be fine to fight here.
Carl has used everything.
T1, there's a huge RP from Cuckoo though, and the right click from 23 Savage just decimating LGD. Earthshaker buys back into the game. Second RP onto Ame. He's stuck in place, but there is the lifesteal. And look at how much damage he actually does. He is getting kited from afar, though, as 23 Savage with that split shot modifier going to work on LGD overall. Can they stun-lock Ame enough? Zephyr getting right clicked out from far. The Sunder talent was definitely taken. As you see, Ame use it multiple times. Faith Beyond's finally come back to the fight. Trying to kite Medusa as much as possible. Ame, all he can do is try to lifesteal. It's not going to happen though. Double kill for 23 Savage. Finally will go down. Does have buyback, and Ame's going to expend his. So Jin Q working on Carl right now, burning down to that Infernal Blade. Fissure nicely done. Blocks off Carl completely. Faith Beyond on the wrong side though. Why?
Carl has no buyback.
So has that magic immunity. 23 Savage buys back in the game. Looks like they want to try to finish this one way or the other, Cinderin. And there, Carl jumps in on nothing to say with the Finger of Death. Down he goes, double kill for him. Buyback again from LGD. 5 versus 5. Assuming nobody has buyback at this point. Good game is. Can they continue to fight here, or do they want to back?
Oh, the Fissure
on the wrong side. Provides enough space for 23 Savage to get away safely. This game is insane. 27k net worth lead, and this feels so even.
Who even has buyback anymore?
Does anybody? That's the question. The Aegis, Cheese, Ags, and Refresher Shard this time, which for T1 is very nice. Echo Stomp being shown here. LGD.
This is a really big moment
Looks
for
like
T1.
they're coming to potentially contest. It's already at half health, though. There's the Mortimer's Kisses from afar. That's the talent. Look at how much damage that is actually doing. Carl has to be careful. There's the Solar Guardian. Has to be used to try to defend Roche. Earth Splitter's there as well. Looks like they'll finally get Roche eventually. He's not going to say, come on, his actions in the jump right into the Echo Slam. Roche is taken out. Who the hell got the Aegis? That is the first step for Dawnbreaker. Refresher on the ground, for God's sake. Faith Beyond's going to take a tumble to 1-for-1. Aegis claimed by 23 Savage. LGD need to reset. Cuckoo not able to get the right horn toss. Was on an illusion. So T1 getting the better of that, I do believe. They got the Aegis. Of course, a little bit more concerning for PSG.LGD considering 23 Savage and company are in their base. And the fact that he has Shard, actually. It's the triple mana drain. Tier 4, all right. Faith Beyond is back, and remember, Dawnbreaker can just come in. There's Cuckoo. He kind of stutter steps there. Finally gets off the skewer, back into the fray. You can see the Earth Splitter from afar. Solar Guardian coming in as well. Can they kill Ahmed? Yes, they can. 120 seconds of no Terror Blade. PSG.LGD might be putting on the brink here of Game 3 if they're able to not hold this off. The Ancient is exposed as 23 Savage continuing to just pound upon it, forcing them back into their fountain, and this looks like T1 will be forcing the Game 3. Cinder and Faith Beyond gets off the Echo Slam though. Wide, jumps in, has a lot of damage to work with, but nothing to say. He doesn't have enough damage to kill off 23 Savage, but okay. Satanic keeping him alive. Carl jumps in with the hoof stomp. He's continuing to try to hit this Ancient. 23 Savage. Echo Stomp again, just keeping him at bay. Yule Scepter now. Can they kite him enough? Refresher Shard used by Cuckoo. Into the RP. Into the Ancient kill. T1 force Game 3. We have game number 3. LGD versus T1. That's the one thing that Ursa kind of struggles with is farm, and when you can give him Empower. I mean, there's even a time where Ursa... No first blood this time. As Zephyr is going to get skewered back into the tier. Oh, no! So first blood technically goes the way of T1. Little bit of miscommunication, but that's a little different story than nowadays.
It's still a lot worse than most carries at farming, though, right? Like it's still slower. The Falcon Blade build-up and the better dagger.
Jump in from Storm, but it looks like Cuckoo wants to play as well. Trying to turn this around on the bear. Beautiful impale from Y, but results in the same ending, which is Ame Dunzo.
That's a lot of damage!
Destroyed as well. Double kill for nothing to say. It's going to be a back and forth action as 23 Savage pops the wand. There's nothing to say. Still has the Flame Guard applied. And another beautiful sleight of fist as a triple kill for nothing to say.
And maybe Venno defending, but they just willingly give up the biggest tower in the early game.
Well, let's talk about Venno. I mean, Cuckoo. Oh, we're going to see the Earth Spike come out first. Relocate on the way with nothing to say. RP from Faith Beyond. Down goes Spectre. Big kill for LGD's. Carl looks to be at least trying to clean up the residual damage here.
And they relocate back to mid, and they're going to find more. Maybe Carl.
Yeah, he gets caught with the Searing Chains. He's completely surrounded. Not a ton of mana to work with. Cannot get to the low ground. Shockwave and completely surrounded. But Echo Stomp is there. Nice dodge from nothing to say. Another kill goes his way, Cinderin. This is quite possibly the best start that I've seen him have this tournament. This is God tier status right now.
Yeah, nothing to say. He might just kill Whitemon here, honestly.
The glimpse, but the Remnant is out, stuck inside the kinetic field, but does not matter. Nothing to say. Completely dominating. 7-0, and this is going to open up space for Ame to get inside the Roche pit. Has the Morbid Mask.
That was a very random comment. I don't know what to say to that. Why are you suddenly thinking of 10 Roches?
In a ton of fights right now.
Bottom tower looks to fall.
Oh, Carl might be in some trouble. Do they have the damage? Absolutely. With the Finger of Death and the nice setup continuing to happen with nothing to say's chain.
But at the same time, also a little bit concerning that you have this lineup and you feel like you can't fight, right?
Yeah.
You really want to fight with these heroes. Oh, 21 Savage.
Boy.
He's being eyed up by Y.
Yep, there's the Earth Spike to start things out. Ame on the way. And just going to burst him down. Finger of Death gets the finishing blow.
Spectre gets the Aghanims, which he obviously has, but they're just unfortunately too far behind to really take initiative right now.
Yeah, Whitemon spotted out. Easy kill.
What did he actually glimpse?
He glimpsed Magnus. Oh, all right. Orchid onto nothing to say. Do they have the damage to bring him down? Nope. That's the BKB charge again. Continuing on. No mana at all for Carl. He's going to be brought down in quick succession. And it looks like Elder Titan is next on the list. LGD showing their prowess right now. And nothing to say, just continuing to destroy everybody in his wake. Cuckoo will be the third death in this engagement. LGD winning this game in spades, and they're not remotely close right now.
T1 just ultimately, they run out of patience. They just really want to try something, so they go on the Ember, but that's not enough in the tank. And again,
23 Savage. Faith Beyond's going to run into him. There's the Yule setup. Has the RP if he needs it. Manta's pop, but here comes Ame with the right clicks. Into the horn toss. Down he goes, not even needing RP. Look at the ultimates on the top.
Burst against any hero that isn't BKB'd. He can...
Oh, horn toss from Faith Beyond. Whitemon is dead.
No, he was Yuled. Now he's dead.
He's dead. Is this a technically correct joke again? Oh, the bash! Oh, he's actually going to get him! Ame just beating the absolute crap out of Carl. Bash proc for the win as Cuckoo getting caught by nothing to say, and this is turning into a rout. You can see the haunt coming through, but it's not really going to happen, Cinderin. Venomancer is going to end up being cleaned up here. Actually, haunt was not used. Where were those illusions from? The basher come to where that was literally a kill because of a bash.
Yep.
Into the Roche pit they go. That's going to be a refresher shard, Roche. Which that will almost certainly go to Faith Beyond. Although you could have the double refresher for nothing to say.
Double, not hungry. All right,
and down he goes. He actually pops the BKB.
Crazy static storm that they get set up through maybe an Ag Storm Vortex.
Oh, the jump in.
They'll get that one.
They'll find one. It's been 10 minutes since he died, apparently. Oh, Carl, relocate is coming, but he's going to zip away. Zephyr probably not going to be so lucky. He gets whipped into oblivion, and the bash ensures the kill for Ame. With the Gale, Ursa doesn't care. The skewer in from Faith Beyond, and that's going to be a freebie for the kill on Cuckoo. Does have buyback. I don't even know. Have we seen Poison Nova this game? Have you
I don't think it's been cast.
That's... Wow. Unreal.
I'm glad we theory crafted whether it's better than before.
Right now it's the same, I guess.
Yeah.
It looks like they'll get this Rax, and T1 without the Elder Titan, this will be difficult to defend, even with...
Oh, the tether!
All right. Tether stun comes through with the bash. Carl takes the tumble. So that's the shard online for the IO. That is truly unfortunate. Earth Splitter comes inside the static storm, but the bash inside as well is enraged with the BKB. Ame super healthy. Just going to focus on the buildings now. That is very unfortunate for T1. Great pickup by Jinq. There's the Searing Chains. All right, into the skewer. This is going to be a dieback for Cuckoo. And LGD absolutely crushing their way to a Game 3 victory here. 5 versus 3, as we see the Shadow Step come out as well, but Zephyr is dead. Still has buyback. And that is 2 full sets of racks down.
Are we approaching the top end?
This is maybe mustache level.
Mustache level.
Yeah, this is mustache level. I mean, they do have 9 kills, so...
Notice the voice chat line being used by Cuckoo there. Nothing touches the heart like my Venom. Arguably, your Venom doesn't touch anything, rather.
Yeah, I would like to see the Poison Nova used at least.
1 Poison Nova before it's over, please.
Yes,
Let's go.
The jump in. Io's taking a lot of damage, but they're turning it onto Carl instead. He pops BKB, zips away to safety. Nothing to say, trying to pursue. Meanwhile, Ursa just eating everybody alive. GG is called. Poison Nova not cast. LGD take Game 3 in very, very convincing fashion. And this is the team that we've been seeing throughout the entire